Welcome back to Timeless Knowledge Discoveries, the channel where we delve into the most fascinating puzzles of history. I'm your host, Noah Lobby. Imagine holding a book. It's old, very old, centuries old, in fact. Its pages are filled with elegant, flowing script, unlike any language you've ever seen. Alongside the text are vibrant, hand-painted illustrations, strange plants that don't exist on Earth, curious astronomical charts of unknown constellations, and tiny naked figures bathing in green pools connected by intricate plumbing. What if I told you that despite centuries of study by the world's best cryptographers, linguists, and historians, not a single word of this book has ever been definitively deciphered? This isn't the plot of a fantasy novel. This is the reality of the Voynich Manuscript, a genuine physical codex currently housed safely at Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library. It stands as one of history's most profound and tantalizing enigmas. What secrets does it hold? Is it a lost language, an elaborate cipher, a forgotten medical text, or perhaps something else entirely? Today, we're embarking on a journey to explore the secrets of this undeciphered illustrated codex, believed to have originated in early 15th century Europe. Prepare to be mystified. So what does this mysterious manuscript actually look like? Well, it's not a massive tome. It's relatively small, about 23.5 by 16.2 centimeters. That's roughly 9 by 6 inches, and about 5 centimeters thick. It originally contained around 272 pages of fine calfskin vellum, though only about 240 remain today. Some pages are missing, adding another layer to the puzzle. The text itself, often called Voynichese, flows from left to right. It's composed of around 25 to 30 unique glyphs or characters, some resembling Latin letters or Arabic numerals, others entirely unfamiliar. There are no obvious corrections, no hesitations in the script. It's written with a confident, practiced hand, as if the author knew exactly what they were writing. It appears to have statistical properties similar to real languages. Some characters appear more frequently than others. Certain combinations are common, yet it has defied all attempts at translation. But perhaps even more famous than the script are the illustrations. These colorful drawings are crucial because they allow us to roughly categorize the manuscript's contents, even if we can't read the words. Scholars typically divide it into 6 sections. 1. The Herbal Section. This is the largest part, with each page featuring 1 or 2 detailed drawings of plants. Here's the catch. Most of these plants are unidentifiable. They look like composites of different species. Or perhaps entirely fantastical creations. Are they plants from an undiscovered land? Or symbolic representations? 2. The Astronomical Section. Here you'll find circular diagrams, suns, moons, and star-like patterns. Some resemble zodiac signs, but again, with unique twists that don't quite match known systems. 3. The Balneological Section. This is arguably the most bizarre. It shows elaborate networks of pipes and pools, often filled with green or blue liquid, where small, mostly female, naked figures are bathing, interacting, or holding strange objects. Some even wear crowns. What could this possibly represent? Alchemy? A health manual? A communal bathing ritual? 4. The Cosmological Section. More circular diagrams, but these are more abstract, like mandalas or maps of unknown islands or even cellular structures. They are incredibly intricate and puzzling. 5. The Pharmaceutical Section. This section displays what appear to be parts of plants, roots, leaves, alongside apothecary-style jars. It suggests the Herbal Section might be linked to medicine preparation. 6. The Recipes Section. The final section is a continuous block of text broken into short paragraphs, each marked with a star or flower-like bullet point. This is presumed to be recipes or instructions, but for what? We can only guess. We have this beautifully crafted book filled with unique text and perplexing images. But where did it come from? And how did it survive for over 600 years? Tracing the ownership of the Voynich Manuscript is like following a trail of breadcrumbs through history, with some significant gaps along the way. Our most concrete evidence for its age comes from modern science. In 2009, the vellum pages were carbon dated, placing their creation sometime between 1404 and 1438. This puts it squarely in the early 15th century, a time of great intellectual ferment and artistic innovation in Europe, the early Renaissance. Ink analysis has also shown that the inks are consistent with materials and techniques used during that period. The earliest possible recorded owner, though this is highly debated, might have been Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II, who reigned in the late 16th and early 17th centuries. Rudolf was a known collector of curiosities, alchemy texts, and artworks, and he had a court in Prague filled with astrologers and alchemists. Legend has it he purchased the manuscript for a hefty sum of 600 gold ducats, believing it to be the work of the 13th century English friar and scholar Roger Bacon. The first confirmed owner appears in a letter dated 1665 or 1666. Johannes Marcus Marci, a rector of Prague University, sent the manuscript to Athanasius Kircher, a renowned Jesuit scholar in Rome, who claimed to have deciphered Egyptian hieroglyphs, though his claims were later found to be incorrect. Marci's letter mentioned that the book had once belonged to Emperor Rudolf II, and that it was believed to be by Roger Bacon. Marci hoped Kircher, with his linguistic prowess, could crack its code. Unfortunately, Kircher apparently failed, or at least no solution was ever found. The manuscript then likely remained in the Jesuit Collegio Romano in Rome for over 200 years, seemingly forgotten. Fast forward to 1912, the cash-strapped Jesuits were selling off some of their collection. Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish rare book dealer, and the man for whom the manuscript is now named, acquired it from the Villa Mondragone, a Jesuit college near Rome. Voynich was captivated by the mysterious codex and dedicated much of his life to promoting its study and trying to unravel its secrets. He believed it was a scientific work by Roger Bacon, trying to hide his discoveries from the church. After Voynich's death in 1930, his wife Ethel Voynich inherited it. Upon her death, it passed to her friend Anne Nill, who then sold it in 1961 to another rare book dealer, Hans P. Krauss. Krauss, unable to find a buyer willing to meet his high price, eventually donated it to Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library in 1969, where it resides today under the catalog number MS-408. And there it sits, challenging every curious mind that encounters it. This is where the real fun begins, the theories. For over a century, everyone from amateur sleuths to World War II codebreakers has tried to decipher Voynichese, and the theories are as varied as the manuscript's illustrations. Is it a cipher? This is a popular one. Many believe the text is an existing language encrypted using a complex substitution cipher, a codebook, or even a Cardano grill. The famed cryptographer William Friedman, who led the team that broke Japan's Purple Code during World War II, spent years on the Voynich manuscript. His conclusion? It was likely an attempt to create an artificial or universal language, but he couldn't break it. Other experts have suggested various medieval ciphers, but none have yielded a readable text. Is it a lost language? Some propose Voynichese is a real, natural language, perhaps one that was never written down before, or whose script has been lost to time, maybe a rare European dialect, or even a language from further afield brought to Europe. The challenge here is that its structure doesn't perfectly align with any known language family. Is it a hoax? This is a persistent theory. Could the entire manuscript be an elaborate, meaningless fraud designed to fool a wealthy collector like Rudolf II? Some have even accused Wilfrid Voynich himself of forging it to create a sensational discovery. However, the carbon dating to the early 15th century makes it impossible for Voynich to have forged the pages themselves, though he could have, theoretically, added the text and drawings to old vellum. But the ink analysis also points to a medieval origin for the text and illustrations, making a modern hoax less likely. Could it be a 15th century hoax then? Perhaps. Someone with a lot of time and skill could have created it. Is it glossolalia or an outsider art piece? Glossolalia is speaking in tongues, creating language-like but meaningless utterances. Could the manuscript be a written form of this, perhaps by someone in a trance state, or a mystic, or simply an incredibly creative individual inventing their own world and language for artistic purposes, much like some outsider artists do today? Is it a herbal or medical text from an unknown culture? Given the plant illustrations and the pharmaceutical section, many believe it's related to medicine or botany. Perhaps it documents the knowledge of a secluded group, like female healers whose practices were kept secret. Some recent theories, often using AI, have claimed to identify Hebrew words, or connections to Proto-Romance languages or even Aztec languages, suggesting it might be a women's health manual or a compendium of remedies. For instance, in 2019, Dr. Gerard Cheshire claimed it was written in Proto-Romance, but his findings were widely disputed by mainstream scholars. AI has been used to analyze patterns, but without a Rosetta Stone, a parallel text in a known language, it's incredibly difficult to validate any supposed decipherment. The truth is, every proposed solution has faced significant criticism from the wider academic community. No theory has yet provided a complete, verifiable translation of even a small portion of the manuscript. It's a graveyard of reputations for cryptographers. So after centuries of study, why does the Voynich Manuscript continue to hold such a powerful grip on our imaginations? I think, firstly, it's the ultimate intellectual challenge. Humans are natural puzzle solvers. An uncracked code of this complexity is like a siren song to linguists, cryptographers, and historians. The desire to be the one to finally unlock its secrets is immense. Secondly, it's the visual mystery. The illustrations are so unique, so otherworldly. They invite interpretation and speculation. Are those plants real? What are those figures doing in the tubs? Is that a map of heaven or an alien world? The images fuel endless theories and allow our imaginations to run wild. Thirdly, it's a tangible link to an unknown past. This isn't just a story, it's a physical object you can almost touch that has passed through history, holding secrets from a time we can only partially understand. It's a testament to a forgotten world of knowledge or creativity. And perhaps, most importantly, the Voynich Manuscript is a Rorschach test for our own beliefs and interests. If you're interested in alchemy, you might see alchemical symbols. If you study botany, you'll focus on the plants. If you're a linguist, the script will consume you. It reflects our own curiosities back at us. It reminds us that despite all our technological advancements and accumulated knowledge, there are still profound mysteries out there. And there's something incredibly humbling and exciting about that. It inspires us to keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep learning. The Voynich Manuscript remains an open question, an unwritten chapter in the annals of history. From its potential origins in early 15th century Europe, through the hands of emperors and scholars, to its current home at Yale University, it has baffled and intrigued all who encounter it. Key takeaways. The Voynich Manuscript is an early 15th century codex, written in an unknown script, filled with unique illustrations of plants, astronomical charts, and bizarre scenes. Despite numerous attempts by experts, its meaning and origin remain a profound mystery. Theories range from complex ciphers and lost languages to an elaborate hoax or a work of pure artistic invention. Its enduring appeal lies in its challenge, its visual intrigue, and its connection to an unknown aspect of our past. Will we ever decode its secrets? Perhaps. New technologies like AI and advanced analytical techniques offer fresh avenues for investigation. Or perhaps it's destined to remain one of history's most beautiful and baffling enigmas. What do you think the Voynich Manuscript is? A forgotten medical encyclopedia? An alchemist's diary? The work of an artistic genius? Or something else entirely? We'd love to hear your theories. Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, please give this video a like. Make sure you subscribe to Timeless Knowledge Discoveries for more explorations into history's greatest mysteries. And hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep questioning, keep discovering, and stay curious. I'm Noah Lobby, and this has been Timeless Knowledge Discoveries.